Hello everyone, Modern here from badadvideogames.net, and today, I'm breaking down Evolve. But not the game itself, but rather the immensely negative consumer response that's plagued its release. Let's start with me getting the following out of the way. I like Evolve. I might even love it. I've played 2 open betas and the entirety of the closed press beta, and I'm pretty confident I can say that I'm experienced. Now, there are 2 factors at work with Evolve. There's the developers, Turtle Rock Studios, and the publisher, 2K Games. Now, when I was trying to explain to a friend why people are so upset about Evolve, I ended up using a term I've never said before. Aggressive monetization. 2K has pushed the selling potential so far up people's noses that your average person doesn't really need to see any gameplay examples before they accept in their own opinion that the game sucks. And I personally think Turtle Rock Studios have made a pretty cool game. I mean, it isn't changing lives or curing cancer, but it's pretty different as a base concept. I mean, it borrows heavily from what they did in Left 4 Dead, and it delivers something familiar, but richly different. Now, in its pre-release marketing haze, the game got criticised because it had somewhere close to 5 different versions, with a crazy variety of different DLC packages. And now, post-release, you open the in-game store and there's a ton of cosmetic things waiting for you, even after you shelled out for what you thought was the big deluxe complete edition. Personally, I reacted the same way I did when I discovered the store in Portal 2. I thought, whose idea was it to release a day one store full of cosmetic stuff for a full-price AAA game? It's like being hounded by a sleazy salesman after you've bought your car saying, "Are you sure you don't want spinning rims? Or what about something to hang from your mirror?" Not many people react that well to it. I mean, the whales who think, cool, I can dress up immediately, they might, but your average consumer that's just paid $60 or more for the product, they get annoyed. Now, I said before, to your average consumer, it feels pretty shitty because you pay bucks to play, and then it asks for more bucks. But at its core, I still think the product, the actual game of Evolve, is pretty cool. But even then, I have trouble recommending it to people because it asks a lot of you to accept it. I've had feedback from people that say things like, the game looks greedy, and I can't dispute that, because it does. I bought a base copy of the game, no special editions, no pre-purchase DLC, and honestly, I have no plans to pre-purchase any DLC. Hell, I might only get it when it's part of a Steam sale, but it doesn't change the fact that 2K Games has put the game through the ringer, cash-wise. It's like they've held it upside down and shaken it until every last cent can possibly rattle to the floor. I guess a good closing statement is that Evolve is a pretty good game. It's fun to play, it's great with friends, it might not be revolutionary, but it's different in enough ways that you'll probably have a good time. However, Evolve is a terrible product, with a high price of admission and a bunch of superfluous cost-based nonsense that will sour your experience with it.
Always wanted to lead a desperate retreat against impossible odds.
So is Evolve worth playing? In my opinion, absolutely. Just make sure you pay the right price for it, and keep in mind that the majority of the available DLC is purely cosmetic. Turtle Rock Studios have put a lot of heart and soul into this beast of a game, and it's been a journey that took them close to 4.5 years. Even if you'd prefer to wait for a free weekend on Steam, you can still enjoy the world and the characters that Evolve have to offer. Because strangely enough, the game's pretty solid, even if you don't own any DLC.